So I just ask you to join me in welcoming Dr. David Toomey to our stage. And if you're going to leap up and he's got his props here. I'm very afraid. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Should I use this? Okay.
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay.
How many species of bacteria would you guess there are?
Can you speak into the mic? Gotta use it.
Just a guess, numbers of species of bacteria.
Billions.
Maybe not billions, but at least millions. Good guess, though. I'll read a little bit, okay, then I'll get better. Stop me and throw something if you're bored. Of species still undiscovered, it is possible that some are quite large. As recently as the 1990s, scientists were astonished to discover a 200-pound animal inhabiting the mountain shared by Vietnam and Laos. It looks part antelope and part cow, but now classified as the only member of the genus Pseudorx. It is neither. Most species, though, are likely to be small, and many are no doubt microscopic. The 1989 edition of Bergey's Manual of Systematic Bacteriology lists roughly 4,000, but microbiologists using several ingenious and indirect measurements have confirmed the true number may be much, much greater. Our knowledge of the microbial world is disquieting for many reasons. It's getting cold in here. Getting really cold in here. One reason it's disquieting is because they represent as much as 80% of the Earth's biomass and 10% of your dry body weight. The reason we have so little knowledge of the microbial world lies in the limitations of instruments and technologies we have available to explore it. Under a microscope, that most time-honored of scientific tools, a given species from any species of bacteria may be indistinguishable from another. Microbiologists can enhance, view, and identify parts of any given cell by staining, but the parts might represent only some differences and not necessarily the most important or fundamental ones. Microbiologists want us to study microbes thoroughly. Over time, we'll culture it, that is, introduce a sample of the microbe to nutrients in standard culture dishes, etc., etc., etc. Wait until it turns into a colony, and then maybe study that. To a non-scientist, though, it may come as a shock to learn that biologists have been able to culture less than 1% of the microbes that they have seen, as it were, in the wild. Not that we know all that much about the wild. With humility, when I only call admirable, the Natural Research Council report of 2007 notes, and this is a quote: "It is clear that little or nothing is known of the physiological diversity of most microorganisms in most Earth environments. This includes environments that are nearby." There are cells living inside the skin, the human skin, and this is as much as 2 or 3 pounds worth, are microbiota in the human digestive tract. There are 300 to 1,000 species of bacteria that are essential to digestion, and without them, I would slowly starve. Your body is a warm, wet, pH-balanced home for 2 pounds of other life. Scientists know what most of them are. And here's the scary part. It is likely that some of the organisms living inside you are utterly unknown. Shakespeare's Hamlet, in the end, is a ghost story. It is rich with language both profound and terrifying, but perhaps the line most profound and most terrifying is the first line of Hamlet. Thank you. First line of Hamlet is who's there. Some of us here know others who are here. We came with them, and if the next 90 minutes all goes well, we will leave with them. You know who they are, their names, the street they live on, and so on. But do you know what they are? Do you know what you are? 2 notes of interest here. The microbial transport system known as Kurt Russell was born in Springfield, Massachusetts. Traditionally, the film you are about to see is viewed by the members of the winter crew at the Amundsen Scott South Pole Station during the first evening of winter. And now it's getting really chilly.
Be safe.